Welcome. Welcome back. Welcome in. Just getting the space prepared. We're going to see what comes out. Whatever words, messages that need to come out, that's what's here in the space. Very informal. Just allowing spirit, God, angels, guides, ancestors to do their thing. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Lighting some sage right now. And doing the regular sign readings, and so I'm gonna clear the space. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Loving, healing messages for whoever need it right now. Loving, healing, clear messages for whoever need it right now. Could be related to career, work, employment, family. The return of love, the return of joy. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Just going to let whatever pops up, pop up. We're going to start with some oracle messages in just a moment, then I'll get some tarot out here. Hello, hello, welcome. Hopefully your Thursday is going well. It's been kind to you so far. I know there is still time in this day, so hopefully it remains going well. If it's been going well, if it's been a tough day for you, the hope and the intention is that there's something that can come out of this space to give you what you need to keep going. Okay? Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So we're going to start with some oracle messages. We'll probably do messages from the universe. All right. We're just going to see what pops out, and then we'll let our tarot kind of flow in around that. Welcome to the space. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Messages from the universe, please. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Happy Thursday to you. Hi. Good to see you. Welcome. I'm grateful to see you here. Hello. Hi. Welcome. Messages from the universe. Hello. I'm doing all right. Taking it second by second. Someone asking how I'm doing. Taking it moment by moment. All right, let's get some messages out here from the universe. God, angel, spirit guides, what do you want these lovely, lovely folks to know right now? All right. We have 2 out here so far. Then we'll get some tarot out here in just a moment. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Thank you, Jade. Bless you. You are beautiful too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, a 3rd one out here. All right. Beneath the deck, what does it say? If you find yourself constantly seeing recurring numbers, you know how that goes. When those recurring numbers, it's like every time you look at the clock, it's the same 222, 111. It's a sign for you. All right. It is a sign that you are being supported, cared for, and divinely protected by the universe. Beautiful things are about to happen. This is beneath the deck. So it could be recurring names, recurring themes. When people are having conversations, pay attention to that because there's a message for you, something trying to likely wake you up. Another message out here, it says, if you are worried you don't have the strength to move on, think of how much strength you are using to hold on, then redirect that energy and enjoy your life. I got to be honest with you. This has been my own spiritual push to push more into the work that I'm doing, is to just keep it funky with you. Just going to keep it all the way 100 with you. This message feels like for someone who's dealing with a significant other, someone in this space where there's an energy of working through self-trust, letting yourself move away from someone that's not good for you. And again, it says, if you're worried you don't have the strength to move on, think of how much strength you're using to hold on, because sometimes holding on to someone that you like, can be a lot harder than just to let go and walk into the unknown. This applies to work too. For some of you, you're dealing with an employer, your boss, supervisor, there's something else. Trust yourself. It's hard to walk into the unknown, but it's going to be better for you. Another message out here, it says, live your life to its fullest potential. Let go of the need for approval from others. Live up to your own expectations and nobody else's. No more selling yourself short. Keep moving forward. You've got this. I just remembered that when I go live, you're not able to see these messages. It's reverse, right? So hopefully you trust that this is here because there's no coincidence right now. It's important right now, especially right now, for more people to wake up to their gifts, to wake up to their calling, to be their authentic self, whether that is in how you dress, how you speak, what you do for a living. You might have some creative gift, some skill. You paint, you write, you draw, you cook, you style hair, you style your whatever it is that you're doing, my love cup who I'm speaking to right now. That message feels like it's really important for you to right now to trust your self-expression. Something through expressing yourself and being your authentic self is what is going to navigate you to your bliss, to your abundance. It's hard and it's scary, especially at a time like this, but it's going to be wonderful for you. The final message out here, and then we'll get some tarot cards out here as well. The reason some people have walked away from you for no reason has nothing to do with you. I'm going to read that again. I feel like I need to read that again. The reason some people have walked away from you for no reason has nothing to do with you. They have been removed from your life because the universe is taking you next. They have already served their purpose in your life. Let them go and keep moving. Greater is coming. Sometimes it can feel like when someone is not in our life anymore, that they rejected us. But I read a quote recently, and it said something like, sometimes people are out of our lives because God heard what they were saying about you when you weren't around. So my point in saying that is that when people are no longer in our lives, we don't know the real reason as to why we are not supposed to be in their company. They're not supposed to be in our company. We don't know all of that energy, but we must trust that our lives are on purpose. So if they're no longer around us or with us, it's a reason, and Spirit knows exactly what that reason is, okay? All right, so let's get some tarot out here. Let's go ahead and go for it. Hopefully those messages kind of warmed us up to the space. We're going to go with some traditional tarot to start. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Let's see what's going on here. Tarot, please. We're going to start with what you're working through right now. Get some messages out of that, and then we'll get some messages for moving forward, moving on, to give you what you need along the way. Keep you going. I mean, listen, the weekend is coming. We got to be in some good energy, so we'll get some messages out here just for that in just a moment. But we'll start with what's happening right now. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides, for the lovely folks that are in this space right now. God, angel, spirit guides. What are they working through? What are they working through right now? Okay. Okay, got some Queen of Swords out here. I might be talking to a Scorpio in the house. I might have a Libra in the house. What else? All right, yep. Got some air sign energy for sure out here. All right. Beneath the deck, someone in this space is coming up on a spiritual awakening. Something is happening in your life. You are absolutely seeing recurring numbers. You're absolutely seeing signs and symbols that it's time to do this thing that you want to do. But again, it could just be that something is trying to wake you up to what's happening in your life so that you can go deeper, go beyond what it is that you're experiencing right now. Someone is working through something where they might even feel like they're walking in a dream because they're like, okay, this isn't my life right now. This can't be my life right now. Well, you're right. It's just your life experience right now. Stay the course, but something is being activated within you right now. For those of you who want to start that podcast, write that book, join that sports team, whatever it is, it feels like Spirit is saying this is the time. Okay, now this is where it's going to go a little bit deeper, okay? There is a 7 of Cups out here. Now, in the love readings, you know that the Seven of Cups is just being so in love until you can't see past the smoke. You just in love, honey. Okay, that could be someone in this space. But for this particular reading, with all of this air sign stuff in this the space, there is a lot of imbalance with what the mind is saying and with what the heart is saying about this new creative project that you're being nudged to do, or this spiritual awakening. There's something probably happening in your dream space. There's something happening in your waking life where you're feeling like it's time to take action on something for sure. Exciting, fun action. Maybe you've never done this before, you've never walked this path before, and you're afraid about that, but you're having a hard time discerning if this is truly what's in your heart or what's happening in your mind. Now, again, I could be talking to some air sign energy, and that's what I'm picking up. Got a fire sign out here, some Leo energy for sure. But I want to go ahead and start here with the Queen of Swords here. The Queen of Swords is a very good energy of not having bias, being neutral. You can cut out the fat. You're focused on the truth. What are the facts here? That's a beautiful energy. But when it comes to matters of the heart and your joy and your splendor and your abundance, sometimes that Queen of Swords energy can get in the way of being able to hear what's really inside of your heart. And I'm glad to hear and see that you're writing your book, okay? Go for it. So for some of you, there has to be a rebalancing, okay, with this justice here, a rebalancing of letting go of the thoughts, the mindsets. I'm gonna go a little bit deep here, okay? And I hope it's all right. This has been a theme that's been happening. Some folks are trying to go after their dream, their passion, and they're having a really hard time because there has been so many beliefs, thoughts, and values that were heaped onto them, that were pushed onto them, that create a sense of limitation about their talents and gifts. I hope that makes sense. So what I'm trying to say is that you are likely going through something right now where Spirit is wanting you to start really examining the things that you were taught that's getting in the way of what you believe you can have. There's a re-examining of a lot of what you've been taught about your potential, about what this life has for you, about beauty, about romance, joy, self-expression popped up earlier, and that's really important right now. With this Page of Swords out here, it could be that someone recently contacted you, or you recently had a conversation with a younger self, or you revisited some words from a younger time. This is a youthful energy, so I'm picking up someone who might be younger or something related to a former self. And something about that, it's time to reevaluate the communication. It's time to the self-communication about your thoughts, communication that was told to you about your potential. I'm talking to somebody who has to remove any negative belief set about what they cannot do in this life, because it's a myth. It's a rebalance. It's time right now to weigh that. The beliefs that you have in your mind about your potential, are they helping you, or are they hurting you? Any thought that's floating in your mind right now, is it getting you closer to this potential, that book that you're writing, this opportunity, this new action, whatever it is that you're wanting to do with your mind, body, and your spirit? That's what's happening with you right now. And by you doing that, it's going to clear out any confusion about what's actually good for you. I've heard people describe it this way: with all of these cups on the table, in any given moment, one of these cups is sufficient for you. But in the world of things, especially if we're holding on to words, ideas from the past that's getting in the way of the passion, it can look like we're supposed to be going after all of these cups at one time. But it's impossible to be a master at everything. So it's an opportunity to kind of focus in on something that is really in your heart, prioritizing that, and going after it, reworking that. Now, beneath this card, this is beneath my deck, beneath this card is also the Six of Cups. So going back to that energy, there's some belief set, there might be some experience from the past that's coming up for you to reevaluate, that might push you to have more motivation. This is beneath that card, the Ace of Cups, that reactivates that joy, that passion. There might have been something that you were doing when you were 15, 16 years old, maybe even 7 years old, 6 years old, that you really just loved doing. It was so good. It felt freeing to you. I just got chills. But in life, life tends to life. You know, it tends to grow us up. Life tends to kind of rob us of that joy, of that youthful innocence, that free spirit. Okay? Now there's a quick message that I need to get out here too, because we have justice on the table. There's someone who's working through something that feels very obligatory, contractual right now. For those of you that you're working through something contractual and you're trying to pull something in your favor, I know this is a whole nother other message. Let me just get this out here. It's going to be important to pay attention to the facts, pay attention to the communication. Do not be distracted by emotions. Do not let your emotions get in the way of whatever this is contractually. If you're waiting for you're working through some type of lawsuit, you're waiting for some type of financial payout, you know, something to work out in your favor. Everything that's happening right now is all about facts and words, and that's going to be important. That could be a key to help you be successful in whatever this matter is. Okay, I know that's so separate, but it popped in. I got to let you know that too. All right, moving on. So now we're going to see what messages are out here for the future. Any outcome messages, anything that you need to know in the coming weeks to keep you motivated, to keep you going strong. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. I heard that there are a lot of distractions. A lot. But you have the power to control that. You have the power. Especially with that Ace of Wands being out here, that means that you're going to have everything that you need. Just keep walking in that direction and trusting the process. I was just talking about something earlier in another reading where I was talking about how I've been getting the nudge to do readings online for a long time. A long time. My mother is a spiritualist. My first reading I had when I was 12 years old from my own mother, okay? So kind of rooted in it. And, you know, I went to school, got a bunch of degrees, and, you know, wanted to do something different. And I feel like I'm getting emotional, y'all. My bad. I hope that's not distracting. But I feel like I'm speaking to someone here, so we're going to go here. But it went this other direction because I thought that was what I needed to do. And but I would always get this nudge about spirituality. Even in my day work, people would still want to pull me aside to talk about this kind of stuff, you know. And finally, 7 months ago, I grew some balls. I stopped being scared and went after it. And it's been a blessed day ever since then. I want to tell you that because you might be going through that right now where you know that God, spirit, angels is pushing you. It's been on your mind, your heart for decades, since Jodeci was a group back in the day, if you remember back, since Ace of Spades, you know, for a long time, it's been on your heart to do this thing. And you've put it off. Maybe there's been distractions, always something in the way. Those are only distractions. But when you decide to take that step and walk, what is that, Six of Swords, that getting in the boat, going into a less turbulent time becomes real for you. You're going to be all right. You're going to be protected. All right. Since the Fugees, you feel me? Since the Fugees were touring, yes, absolutely. Wu-Tang Clan was still doing their thing. We still didn't understand what they were saying on the radio, but we still love Wu-Tang, right? Back then, since Juice was a thing, okay? All right, let's get some final messages out here. God, angel, spirit guides, what do you want the lovely folks in this space to know right now for the future? Yep. Ooh, let me tell you something. There are no coincidences. I just talked about the Seven of Swords, and guess what's out here? It's time. It's time. Okay, we could just close up this whole little reading and just go home. Okay, this is important. This is the most important thing right now. For those of you, you're still tuned in, you're still watching. I need you to see this right now. It's time to allow yourself to go in that direction of having what it is that you want and trusting yourself. It's going to be hard. It's going to be scary. There might be some people that you kind of got to cut away from a little bit. There was an oracle message that said, if people, are not in your life for a reason, it might be that it's you walking away from something, someone, so that you can have the life that you want. And you feel it. You know that this life that you have been dreaming about, the career path, the love, you know that you deserve it. It's like there's a future self talking to you now, like, come on, come on, come on. Do it. Go after it. It's going to be hard. This is a turning in a new direction, moving on and beyond, but this is a card of doing it reluctantly. You don't want to do it. There's emotions tied to it, but it's time. Now, you also have the devil here, and it popped out in reverse. This is beautiful. This means that by doing this, the fear begins to subside. I need to tell you something. The courage comes after the fight. And what I mean by that is you might feel the fear right now about moving on, stepping into this new dream, taking on this new job, going back to school, whatever it is, writing the book, starting the podcast, getting back into music, whatever it is. You might feel the fear right now, okay? But once you get into this boat and you say, okay, Spirit, I'm with you, that courage comes and that fear begins to go away. It becomes a thing that's not even a part of you anymore. You'll look back and say, there was a time I was really afraid of my joy. This is beneath the deck, the Three of Cups. This is celebration, the return of joy. This is what is on the horizon. This is the potential that you have, okay? We have a King of Wands out here. I might be talking to a Sagittarius, and guess what? We have Justice out here again. So this is a theme right now. Everything is going to balance out in its timing. There's nothing to worry about, but there is right now in the current energy, there's a little bit of fear, maybe a little bit of, I say this tenderly, I love you, I promise I do. I say this tenderly, might be a little bit of passion, ego in the way right now about getting in this boat and going in a different direction. Sometimes we have a lot of fear and we will shroud it and cover it with, coming off like we're overly confident. I just don't have time today. I can't. But really, it's the fear that we're trying to cover up with dominant energy of fire and passion. But this is the root. I don't really know where I'm going. I mean, where does this boat go? But eventually, these cards are telling me that you're going to come out of this fear. Whatever is the bondage, it could be a significant other, it could be an employer, it could be a parent. Could be a sibling, someone that's been feeling kind of like a weight. In a minute, you're going to remove that. That block is going to go away because you're going to pull in ego. You're going to, kind of submit out of that. You're going to change the mindset. You're going to come out of this. It's going to turn this negative energy around, upside down, and you're going to have safe passing. You're going to move on, okay? It's going to work out, especially my air sign that I'm talking to. Let go of the fear. The air signs know, okay, you're so good with your mind. You're good with your words. You're good with your logic, okay? Some of the best friends I've had have been air sign people because they know how to get you through anything. You have this gift, especially those of you who I'm speaking to, your air sign right now, okay? You're going to have reasons to celebrate. All right, let's get some final messages out here. Let's do some oracle messages out here, my love cup. And then, I'll leave you alone. I'll stop talking. I'll get on off of here and let you go on about your evening. Final messages for the wonderful people who are here in this space. Thank you, God, Angel Spirit, guys. What do you want folks to know? Final messages. Thank you, God, Angel Spirit, guys. Messages that are resonant, that they will understand. These messages are just for you. You'll understand what these messages are. All right, indecision out here. We have abundance. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Within the next few weeks, for those of you who you're looking for confirmation about something coming through, some of you, you're waiting on a judgment on something. It could be related to money. You could have, something could have happened to you wrongfully. You're waiting for a decision on that. The next few weeks, humor beneath the deck. It's okay to laugh. Laugh at yourself, laugh at this life. Recently, there could have been some things that you've been thinking about from the past and it's been bringing you down. And it's been kind of like that devil energy getting in the way. It might be time to look at some of these things from the past and just laugh. Like, I had the nerve to try to hold me back. You know, I'm good, right? That humor is going to be important. It says, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. My bad. I keep forgetting that you can't even read these in reverse. I'm so sorry. Okay. Indecision was the first one that popped out. It says, I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. When you make a firm decision and you stand on that, you win. The universe expands. Really, there are no bad decisions. There are just decisions. And every single decision that we make gets us closer to understanding ourselves, our purpose. So if there's fear about making a decision because you're fearful about making the wrong decision, you want to let that go. Let it go. Every decision has an outcome and a purpose. For those folks who you identify with the ideology of God, God is the greatest economist. God wastes nothing. There's nothing in your life that has been wasted. I don't care what age you are, where you're from, what you're doing. Nothing in your life goes to waste. Every single thing that you experience that has happened to you happens on purpose and for a reason, okay? We have guilt out here, someone working through some guilt. I keep forgetting that you can't even read that. I'm so sorry, my bad. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Someone in this space is needing to walk away from something or someone, and you feel guilt about that. That is the devil. You feel like if you walk away, you feel like if you let it go, if you stop financially supporting, if you say, I can't do this anymore, I got to move on, you feel like that would make you a bad person. Listen, what makes us a bad person, I don't even know if that's like really a thing. That's another conversation. But I'm going to tell you this, when we don't listen to our soul, when we don't pay attention to our spirit, that is a sign of lack of faith. Lack of faith. You just gonna do your best and you're gonna let God do the rest, okay? So let go of that guilt about following your dreams, about moving on to your higher calling and to your higher purpose. Then we have abundance out here. It says, I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. That's the homework. Can you say, you know what, whatever I want in this world, I can manifest it. Those flowers out there, they don't compete to grow. You hear these little birds on my patio, they're not competing, they just kicking it. That's you, that's us. We deserve to exist because we are here. So keep loving on yourself, follow your bliss. Let me know what you're working on. For those of you where you're having to break away from something, you're having to, go on another journey. I heard someone say that they're writing a book. Do your thing, right? Let me know what you're working on. I'll go ahead and end this here. I'll put this video up. You can revisit it if you want to. Let me know in the chat because I don't know how to get the live messages to pop back up after I close it. So a lot of these messages I'm not going to see, but I trust that they're healing, loving words. So I love you. Thank you. Take care of yourselves. Bye.